One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Bearcats will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Arizona State's offense will get first crack at it today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Got a man, it's Tyson. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Find some fresh air. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I hate to be Captain Obvious, but it's pretty obvious that it's raining. And you just don't know how a quarterback is going to always respond and hand size and how they throw in the rain. An opening drive, a chance to come out and get some momentum, and he makes a critical mistake. And you talk about giving momentum away. Let's see how this offense now comes out and responds the next possession.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Good timing on the quick out. At the 35, he's loose. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Fires left. Finds his man. It's McClain.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Under fire. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Tried to buy a little time and then finally just said, let's run another play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle. It's Tyson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We've reached a break. Cincinnati is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Motion from the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. These corners backing off a bit. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Back to throw. It's Sorsby. Fires to the big fella. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. The Bearcats have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Arizona State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. To the air. It's Sorsby. Unleashes one. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Here's a return from midfield. And the returner is stopped. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
With the catch, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Levin. Catch in the middle, it's Tyson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. To throw, it's Sorsby. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gives it on the outside. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He wants to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Pryor. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Offense facing 4th.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively 1st half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We are just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe shipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Gonna let it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. The option look. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bearcats are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to go up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. Wide receiver going in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Hamilton. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Navy put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the midshipmen in some time. Anchors away indeed for the boys from Annapolis. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Fighting off the defender. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll give it to Johnson. Plows through the defense. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, the offense is trying to run the counter play into the boundary. Those pulling linemen, though, actually led extra linebackers to the point of attack, and as a result, they were able to get a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Walker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Rides the back on the option to give. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time he's got his man. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Arizona State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
24, Cincinnati, 21.
And he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. A little floater there that falls incomplete. And the Bearcats send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the ground, he's got it again. There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
He's in open space downfield. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds. Cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. It's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Give to the running back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Defense not showing press coverage. To the air, it's Sorsby. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. On the run, it's Walker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Nebraska rolled to a victory And after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Dropping back, it's Levin. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. To the air on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout mode, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. The offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won